Our last lesson of the module. Can you believe it? Been doing this module for months now. It's been very, very long. But like I said, we're going to transition from 4 partial products or 2 partial products to the standard algorithm for 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Those of you who said no, what can I do to help you get ready? All right, I'll ask again. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. I said, are you ready, 4th grade?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, we're still tired today. We're still tired. All right. Anyway, looking at this first problem, it says we want to find the value of 29 62s using the standard algorithm. Okay? What multiplication expression will I use? Think about it. It's saying it in a funky way. 29 62s, or in other words, 29 copies of 62. So think about what that multiplication sentence would be. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. All right. Let's see. Haley, do you know what that multiplication sentence would be? 29 62s? It would be something times something. What am I multiplying in that? 29 62s.
29 times 62?
Yes, girl. Awesome. 29 times 62 is what I'm solving. Okay? So, here's how I'm going to want you to do it on the homework and stuff going forward. Okay? So, you're going to do the area model on the side because we're still kind of connecting the area model to the standard algorithm. Okay? And then you're going to be doing the standard algorithm off to the other side. Okay? So 29 times 62. Okay? So to review, we put 20 plus 9, 60 plus 2. Class, if those were flipped, would I still get the same answer?
Yes.
Yes. Okay? Yes, correct. Okay? So the order did not totally matter. If these were flipped, would I still get the same answer? Yes. Okay? The order does not matter. So, as we know, we multiply length times width to get this box, this box, this box, and this box, okay? So 60 times 20, I get 1,200, okay? 60 times 9, I get 540. 2 times 20, we know that is 40. And 2 times 9, we know is 18, okay? And in order to get my partial products, I would add up each row, okay? So 1,200 plus 540 to get me my first row. That would give me 1,740. Okay? And then I add up my second row to get my second partial product. So 40 plus 18 gives me 58. Okay? I add those 2 up to get my final answer. So 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 5 is 9, 7 plus 0 is 7, 1 plus 0 is 1, okay? So my final answer should be 1,798. That is a review of Thursday/Friday. Are we good on that?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, not Thursday. It was Friday. It was Friday. Okay? Are we sure we're good on that?
Yes.
Are you guys just tired?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure. All right. So then, here's the part that's new. Okay, so here's the part where you should really start checking in, right? Your brain should start firing quickly, right? Actively firing, getting ready to see what's going to happen, okay? Again, some of you know how to do this, some of you don't. So let's go ahead and look up here. It's the same process, okay, as when we were doing like 2-digit by 1-digit or 4-digit by 1-digit. It's all the same with one slightly different thing, okay? So I start with the number that's in the bottom right corner, okay? So it's in the ones place, but the second factor that I'm working with, okay? And I multiply that by everything on top, okay? So that 2 is going to multiply this 9, and it's going to multiply this other 2, okay? So 2 times 9 is 18. So the 8 comes down, the 1 carries over, okay? We know that part already. Then we do 2 times 2, which is 4. And we add what we carried over, okay? So So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 gives me 5. Okay? Notice how it's the same partial product as over here. Okay? So on your homework, I'm going to want you to draw an arrow to that partial product that it matches. Okay? Here's the part that's new. Okay? Everybody's got to be paying attention right now. Okay? Here's the part that's new. We need to add what's called a place value holder before we move on to the next part. Okay? And a place value holder is just simply a 0. Okay? Just a 0. It's exactly what it sounds like, place value holder. It's holding the place value, right? It's making sure that our place value is correct so that we get the correct answer, okay? That 0 has to go there for a number of reasons, but for right now, you're just going to know that a place value holder, when you hear place value holder, you think 0, okay? So when I say place value holder, you say 0. Place value holder.
0.
Place value holder.
0.
0.
Place value holder.
Yeah, there you go, place value holder, okay? Then from there, once I have my place value holder, then I move on to the next part, which is moving on to what's in the tens place, okay? So now I'm going to multiply what's in the tens place by everything on top, okay? So this 6 is going to multiply that 9, and it's also going to multiply that 2, okay? So I'm going to pause there because I see some hands, so I will answer that. Add there then as well. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's just like a place value chart, right? That's why it's called a place value chart, right? Because if we don't have anything in the ones place, for example, we have to put a 0 there, right? And so that's exactly what's happening here. So yes, good pull out there. That's great.
So technically, I kind of got confused. I'm not sure if I saw you doing it right. But when we were multiplying the 2 by the 9, so we multiplied the 2 by the 9, and we got 8.
18.
Yeah, 18, and we grouped over there. And we did 2 times 2, and 2. Yeah, that's the part where I'm getting confused.
So you guys know that part already, okay? It just looks a little funky because of the arrows and stuff, okay? But remember, we take that number, we multiply everything on top by that number. So you're right, we did 2 times 9, which was 18, okay? So the 8 comes down, the 1 carries over. Then we multiply that 2 by this 2, right? It multiplies 2 times 9, 2 times 2, okay? So 2 times 2 is 4, and then we have to add what we carried over, okay?
We had the 5, so we wrote it down there.
5,
And then
yep.
58 is one of the partial products that we got.
Yes. Yeah, good question as well. Any other clarifying questions that we have? Are we good so far?
Yes.
Okay. So once we have the place value holder, like I said, we can move on to the next place value, okay? So we move on to the tens place. So I multiply the 6 times the 9, okay? 6 times 9, I get 54. So 4 comes down, and the 5 comes up. Notice how I crossed out what we carried over from the first round, okay? Because I don't want to get confused. So I crossed it out, and I put a 5, okay? Because that's what I carried over from my 54. So again, 6 times 9 is 54, so the 4 comes down, the 5 goes over, okay? Then I multiply 6 times 2, and I get 12, okay? Then I add what I carried over. So 12 plus 5 gives me 17, okay? And check it out, it matches this partial product, okay? So 58 is over here, 1,740 is over here, okay? So I've got my 2 partial products, okay? Yes, Abby.
With the area model, let's say you wrote, since every side is like opposite sides are the same, you wrote 60 plus 20 and 20 plus 9 over there, then the box that has 18 in it would be 9 times 2, which is part of the standard algorithm.
That's true. Yeah, that's a very good thing to notice. Exactly, Adler. That's great. Yeah. Can you go when Nora gets back? Okay. Azul?
So we got the 6 times 2, and we got 12. And then how did we get 17?
We add what we carried over. Okay. So we got that 5 from the 54. Okay. That we got from 6 times 9. Okay. 6 times 9 is 54, so 4 comes down, 5 goes over. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5 to get 17. Okay? Add it. It's okay, don't be sorry.
Also, the other one is, so in the algorithm, it's basically teaches 20 because you multiplying in it, and then you start to come on the area model.
Exactly. Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what I want you to notice. Yeah. If we don't notice it, it's okay, but that's exactly what I want you to see. Question? Okay. All right, class, you guys know this, okay? Even though you haven't seen this before. But when I have two partial products, what do I do to get the final answer? Ready? Oh, ready? Go. Add them. So I have to add them up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. 7 plus 0 is 7. 1 plus 0 is 1. Did I get the same answer from my area model?
Yeah.
Yes, then I am good. Okay? All right. Yes, add this.
Can you write the arrow between the two?
One more time, sorry?
Can you write the arrow between the two?
Yes. And so that's something I want to show you really quick. So I'm going to do this one on a separate screen just so you can see it one more time, okay? And then you guys are going to join me on one after that. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Before we do that, 4th grade, I need everybody to quietly stand up really quick. Stand up. Stretch out what you need. If you need to stretch out your arms or something, okay, if you need to do like a forward fold, do something to kind of wake up right now, okay? This is not a day to be sleeping, okay? If you need to give yourself some jumps or something, do that. Do something to be able to wake up, okay? You have to like shake it out. Woo! You know? All right, I want you back in your seat in 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys okay? All right, you can do it. This is our last lesson for this quarter, okay? So, you can do it.
And for the box.
All right, so I just need you to watch one more time and then you guys are going to join me, okay? So this one says 46 63s, so that's 46 times 63. So I'm going to set it up. I'm going to be blue. Okay, 46 times 63. If I had it the other way around, would it matter?
No.
No, it would not. Okay? All right. Actually, I wanted to write that a little bigger. Okay. Okay. I'm going to be drawing a bunch of arrows and stuff, okay? So that's why I want to do it a little bigger, okay? So anyway, so 46 times 63. So I start first with what's in the ones place in my second factor, okay? So this is my second factor. I start with what's in the ones place. And I multiply that by everything on top, okay? So 3 multiplies the 6, 3 multiplies the 4, okay? Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay. 3 times 6 gives me 18. So the 8 comes down, the 1 carries over, right? Because that 1 isn't a 1, it's 1 what? 10, okay? So the 10 has got to go with the 10s. They've all got to go to their own crew, right? So that 110 has to carry over to the 10s place, okay? Then the 3 multiplies the 4, and I get 12, okay? Then I have to add what I carried over, okay? So 3 times 4 is 12 ones, okay? Not ones, sorry, 10s. Plus 1 more 10 gives me 13 10s, okay? Which makes this number 138, okay? So one thing I want you to keep in mind, I know we talked about this when we were doing like single digit multiplication, okay? So this 3 multiplies this 6 and we get 18 ones, okay? So the 8 ones comes down, the 110 goes over. Then when we're multiplying the 3 times the 4, are we really doing 3 times 4? Or what are we actually multiplying? You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand. What are we actually multiplying when we do 3 times 4? Daphne?
46.
Oh, sorry. Daphne, what are we multiplying?
3 times 40.
3 times 40. Yes. okay? So 3 times 40, because this is 4 tens, okay? Now, we don't have to know what 3 times 40 is, but just so you know as far as place value goes, right? We're doing 3 times 40, okay, which is 120, and then we add one more 10 to that, and that gives us 130, right? And then we take that 130, and we add it to our 8 ones, and that gives us 138, okay? So if your brain works in place value, there's a little explanation for you. If it doesn't, that's okay, okay? All you need to know is that the 3 multiplies a 6, and we get 18. The 3 multiplies a 4, we get 12, plus 1, which gives us 13, okay? Are we good on the first partial product?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That should be review for y'all. Then this is the new stuff, okay? Before I move on to what's in the tens place, I need something called a place value holder. What do we use for a place value holder? Ready, go.
0.
0, good. So you have to put a 0 down before you move on, okay? You will get an incorrect answer if you don't have that 0. Here's something I like to do to help me remember. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, in order to move on, we have to make sure we're happy first, okay? We gotta make sure everybody's happy and whatever. So something that I do with my 5th graders, okay, and that I will now impart onto you, is you can't move on until you have a smiley face, okay? So I give you permission to turn that 0 into a smiley face, okay? Because you got to be like, there's something missing before I move on, right? So you have to be happy before you move on. So are we happy?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I can move on to what's in the tens place, okay? So here's what I've got in the tens place, and then I'm going to multiply that in a second. Okay, Azul, go.
What happens when I know that like you don't get the incorrect, you don't get the the real answer if you don't put the 0, but why won't you get the?
Because you'd be adding the wrong things. So if we were to do this on a place value chart, it would make a little more sense. But everything would just be in the wrong value, okay? And so it would just kind of be wrong altogether because you'd be adding things that aren't supposed to be added because it's not lined up appropriately. Because when we, that's also a great point, Azul, too, because class,
Yes.
thank you. This 6 is not a 6. It's what, Daphne? 60, okay? So everything that we're multiplying is already 10 times bigger. So that 0 helps it to be 10 times bigger, okay? All right. Adler, Owen, Austin, go. Like, why wouldn't we put the 1 over here?
Yeah,
Is that what you
and
mean?
not put the 1 like.
Because, again, if we're thinking of place value, okay, if we're thinking of a place value chart, right, 6 times 3 is 18. So if I'm going to do just a really quick, okay, so this is ones, tens, hundreds, okay, 6 times 3, so if I start with 3 and I'm doing 6 copies of that, okay, there's 2 copies, 3 copies, 4 copies, 5 copies, 6 copies, okay? So I have 6 times 3, which is 18. So I have 18 ones in my place value chart, okay? But can I have 2 digits in the place value? No. So that 1 is actually 110, and it's got to move over here to the tens place, okay? So that's, let's see, those guys moved over to be 1 in the tens place, okay? Then we do 3 times 4, okay? Which means that we started with 4 ones in the place value chart. Oh, wait. We started with 4 tens in the place value chart, and we multiplied that by 3, okay? So now I have 12 tens, okay, plus 1. So 12 tens plus 1, which would give me 13 tens, okay? But can I have 2 digits in the place value? No. So this 1 has to move over to the hundreds, okay? Which means 10 of those guys have to move over to the hundreds. That leaves me with 3 in the tens place, 1 in the hundreds place, which gives me 138, which is what I have right here. Okay? That's okay. So if we put the 1 up here, friend, that would give us like 19 ones. Yeah, okay, gotcha. All right. 4th grade, bring it back in 5. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, are you still with me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Was a slight pause in what we were talking about, okay? But it all comes together, right? It's pretty much, this lesson is like everything we've learned aside from division, okay? Everything we've learned in this module is coming together right now in this moment. It's crazy, okay? So anyway, once I have my place value holder, I can move on now to what's in the tens place, okay? So I'm gonna multiply this 6 by everything on top, okay? So that 6 is gonna multiply this 6. That 6 is going to multiply this 4, okay? So 6 times 6 is 36. So the 6 comes down, the 3 comes up, okay? Again, notice how I crossed out, notice how I crossed out what was carried over from the last round, right? That's why I'm doing different colors right now so you can see, okay? Because we've taken care of that 1, it's done, okay? So that 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 gives me 27, okay? And then I add those together to get my final answer. And there we go, okay? All right, Austin.
Couldn't you have done that after you've done couldn't you have done the red and then done the green and then added the 0?
I want you to put the 0 first because it's easy to forget. So before you even multiply the second row, put that 0 down, then move on, okay? Because it's easy to forget. That's the only reason. Technically, yes, but how would you know where to put the 6? That 0, it's holding that place value, right? It's saying there are 0 ones in this place value.
That makes more sense.
Yep, okay. Sorry, Owen, yeah, you had a question too. I'm sorry.
So my mom didn't tell me to put the 0, so I always pretty much remember to always put the number, the second number away.
You have to put the 0, okay? You have to put the 0.
That's fine.
Because then it's like if you don't put that 0 and you just leave a gap there, it's like, why is there a gap there? You know? So you have to put the 0. And that's why, again, I'm not mad at you guys or your parents or anything, but that's why I didn't teach you this until now. Because I need you to kind of hear what I'm telling you. You have to put that 0 there. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts. That 0 has to be there. Okay? Yes, Austin.
Do I just have the smiley face, or do we have to do the 0? Just the smiley face is just.
You have to remember that smiley face is a 0 though.
Okay.
But I'm telling you it's a smiley face to help you remember. Okay?
Okay.
In middle school, do you think they're going to let you write a smiley face?
No.
No. But I will from now until 5th grade. And then when you get to Miss Wood's class, she'll tell you no. Okay? So, but for now, to help you remember, you may make it a smiley face. But is that a smiley face or what is that?
It's a 0.
A 0. Okay? And it's a place value holder. Okay? So it has to be, you have to remember it's a 0. You can't just change it out for a smiley face. Like it has to be a 0 that you're making into a smiley face. Okay? So, all right. Any other questions on the standard algorithm? Okay. Are you sure? Didn't seem very confident in that answer. Class, any other questions?
No.
Okay, those of you who are coloring instead of listening to me. Any other questions?
No.
Awesome. Okay, are you ready to try one?
Yeah.
All right. Get out your whiteboard or piece of paper or whatever you got. Okay. gonna do one together, and then you're gonna do on your own. Okay? So, can you please set up 54 times 46 correctly in the standard algorithm? I did not set it up correctly. You're not starting to solve it yet. You're just setting it up in the standard algorithm. So, yeah, no, that's okay. But it really doesn't matter. But if you want to do that, totally go for it. But that's how I was taught as well. Okay, set up 54 times 46 correctly in the standard algorithm. Put them on top of each other. Okay. We're not solving it yet. We're just setting it up correctly. Please work with me. Be patient. All right, looks good. So you should have 54 times 46 set up like that. If you put 46 on top, is it incorrect?
No.
No, it does not matter. You just might be multiplying different things than us, and that's fine, okay? But Adler and I were both talking about how we were both taught to put the bigger number on top. I think it just looks nicer, in my opinion. So I would like you to put the bigger number on top, but if you don't, it's okay. Okay? So, all right, here we go. Multiplying the first digit that's in the ones place by everything on top. Okay? So 6 times 4, 6 times 5. 6 times 4, ready? Think about it. And go.
24.
Oop, let's try again. 6 times 4, class, think about it. 6 times 4. Ready? Go.
24.
24. 4 comes down, 2 goes up. Bless you. Bless you. Woo. Good. All right. 4 comes down, 2 goes up. Then 6 times 5.
30.
Hold on. 6 times 5. We're letting our friends think about it. 6 times 5. Ready? Go.
30.
Plus 2. Go.
32.
32 comes down. Okay? Our first partial product is what? Ready? Go.
324.
Yes, class, good. Our first partial product is what?
324.
324. Good. What do we need to write? Raise your hand before we move on to the next part. What do we need to write? Noah, go.
A partial product.
Not quite the correct term. What is it that I write?
A 0.
A 0. Good. Raise your hand. What is that called?
Place
Raise your hand. What is that called? Austin.
value holder.
Place value holder. Good. Guys, do not say it's called a smiley face. No, it's not. Okay, I told you you can write a smiley face, but that's not what it's called. It's a place value holder, and it's a 0. Okay. All right. Good. I'm not mad. I just need you to hear that. Okay. Because Mrs. Woods will be super mad with me if you get to middle school and she's like, okay, what do I need to write right here? And you say, a smiley face. She'll be super mad at me, okay? So don't do that. All right, so 0, okay? Do you have the option to make it into a smiley face? Yes. Do you have to? No, okay? All right, moving on. We multiply this 4 by everything on top. So that 4 times 4, 4 times 5. 4 times 4, think about it. 4 times 4, ready? Go.
16.
16. Good. Oh, okay. All right. 16. 6 comes down. 1 goes up. All right. 4 times 5. Think about it. Does everybody have an answer for 4 times 5?
Yep.
Okay. Now add 1 to that answer. 4 times 5 plus 1 is what? Go. 21. Good. Thank you for saying that in a distinguished voice. Not in an annoying voice. I appreciate it. All right. We add up those partial products. Go ahead and do that on your own. Go. Add them up. Go, go, go. You have 10 more seconds. answer. Your final answer. Ready? Go.
2,484.
Let's check to make sure you're right. Okay, 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. 1 plus 3 is 4. 2 plus 0 is 2. All right. Did I get it the same thing as you?
Yes.
Good. All right. You ready to try one on your own?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, I can come help you. I can come help you. Erase your board. Here's your next one. Whoa. Okay, 4th grade, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. You're doing this one on your own. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Okay? You ready?
Yes.
3 minutes. Ready? Go. So it starts off the same way that we know we're going to type this time. So it's 7 times 5. Where does the 3 go? Plus 3. Good. So 38 comes down. Then here's the new part. Okay? You need to place it on the folder. Okay? This is just a 0. You need to put a 0 down for that 5. Then we move on to multiplying this number by the other one. Okay? So once we have our 0, we can do 4 times 5. 4 times 5. You've got 1 more minute, class. You add it before you move on to multiplying. You sure? Okay. This is good. 3. So maybe I'll just move it. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 5 is 35 plus 3. Not 8. 7 times 5 is 35. All right, give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Do I have my problem set up correctly in order to solve it?
No.
No. All right. I got to put one on top of the other. So 55 times 47, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I start by multiplying this guy by everything on top. Oh, sorry, Wiseman. 7 times 5 is 35. So 5 comes down, 3 comes over. If you weren't able to finish, you're checking along with me to make sure you did it correctly, okay? Or checking to see where you went wrong. All right? 7 times 5 is 35 again, plus 3, which gives me 38. So here's your first partial product. Okay? We good?
Yeah.
Questions on the first partial product? How I got stuff? Austin, go.
Wait. Oh, no, I have to make it up.
Okay, okay.
We're going to be in the gym.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay, hold on. Any other questions? We're done when we're done. Okay? Just wait. We'll get there. Yes, Avery.
How did you get the 3? That's not.
This 3 or this 3?
Um,
Top or bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 3 gives me 38. So there's nowhere to carry this 3, so it's just got to come down. Okay? All right. Cool. We need a place value holder before we can multiply this guy. Okay? So we got our place value holder, then we multiply the rest. We are out of time. So I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.